Welcome to the MNmaxed Podcast, a place for adventurers and friends. You join us as we delve deeper into the Fall of Plaguestone and Pathfinder Second Edition. A recap of Session 13. After defeating named villain the Sculptor and his terrible blood ooze monstrosity, we find a map. It goes from Old Hallids to a place called Spite's Cradle. We get back to town and take the evening to drink and eat and be merry. The next morning, Varnak takes things into his own hands, mostly because everyone else won't get out of bed. We find some info that kind of explains the mud pit thing. All in all, we're just gonna go to this Spite's Cradle place and wreck shit.
Yeah, we seem to have a pretty good idea of what happened. I think all that's left is to try and stop it, and I don't think we're going to be able to do that without confronting V. We're going to have to learn more, and I think maybe we can stop the Fall of Plaguestone.
Well, it seems as though you have a very dangerous task in front of you. If this Sculptor was being instructed by this V in his experiments, I mean, those experiments turned to be very dangerous. Would it not stand to reason that the mistress, this V, would have even more dangerous experiments?
Oh, it certainly does. We'd be happy to take any fighters your village has with us.
Oh, we don't have any of those.
I know, that's why I laughed immediately.
Oh, I see. So when Temley kind of gathers up all the papers, and she goes, "This seems like it's going to be very dangerous to go to this Spite's Cradle. I'm concerned. I have something that I'd like to give each of you to assist in this."
Oh, any help you can provide would be appreciated.
Yeah, come, if you'll follow me. And she walks out of the feed mill.
We follow her.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Good, I'm glad.
I guess I just thought that was assumed.
So you guys follow her out into the area where the caravan and all the wagons for the caravan is, and she walks up to Bort's wagon, and she just goes and she says, "Please wait out here. I'll be right back." She comes back out, and she has this box, this teak wood box that has some ivory inlays in it. It's a very nice looking box, and she opens.
Temley has a very nice looking box.
Temley has a nice looking box. She opens it and shows it to all of you.
She opens it?
She opens her box. Oh, this took a weird turn.
How could it not?
So Temley opens the box that she brings out. Inside the box is a collection of rings. Ooh. And she looks to...
This is getting worse and worse. Her box has rings in it.
She looks to you all and she says, these are Bort's collected magical rings. As reward for all of your assistance in investigating Bort's murder, and to assist you in bringing the V to justice, I will allow each of you to take one of Bort's rings.
Do you know what they do?
I do.
Can you tell us?
Yes.
Ooh, there's pictures of them even. Look at those. How fancy.
I want the blue pretty one.
Well, there you go. We all get to pick. Solely based on what they look like. We don't care what they actually do.
Yep, I'm going with the pretty blue one.
Yeah, I'm going with the cool jade one.
So the first one is called Bort's Blessing.
Is that the one with the skull on it?
No, this ornate copper band has a small ruby set in the center, flanked by a pair of dwarven runes.
So bottom left?
It doesn't actually tell me which picture goes to which ring, which is weird.
It's a game. It's a game within a game. We have a mini game.
Yeah.
Guess the ring based on
I
its
think this one is bottom left.
All right.
The wearer of this ring gains the ability to understand, read, and speak one common language of their choice, selected each morning as a part of their daily preparations.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I know, right? In addition, the wearer receives a +1 item bonus to diplomacy checks to make an impression.
Okay.
Then there is Merchant's Guile. The band of this ring is made from blue-colored iron and has 2 sharp decorative protrusions on each side of the red stone inlay. I think this one's obvious.
Yeah, this one's obvious. It's the blue
Middle
one.
left. It feels quite heavy and reliable. Wearing this ring grants you a +2 item bonus to deception and diplomacy checks, but only if the associated checks involve haggling or bargaining over a purchase or trade. It has a 3-action activate that goes with it, and the effect is you can determine if an item is magical simply by handling it. You detect no other indication of its power, only whether or not it is magical, granting the effects of a first-level detect magic spell that affects only the object.
That's not too bad. You said you can do that 3 times a day?
No, it's a 3-action activate.
Oh, it's a 3-action. I gotcha.
And you can do it.
Around.
It doesn't have any limit on it.
That's useful. All right. That's a maybe.
All right, then there is the Ring of Minor Arcana. This rose gold ring is adorned in the center by a somewhat ominous-looking horned skull.
Upper left.
That's upper left.
The ring gives you the power to cast the following innate cantrips any number of times each day: Detect Magic, Mage Hand, and Prestidigitation. Each is cast as a first-level spell. If you are an arcane spellcaster, these can instead be heightened to the level of your cantrips.
Kind of want that.
All right, then there's Ring of the Wary Traveler. This fanciful golden ring has an ornate band cast with delicate swirling decorations and is inlaid with 3 bright green emeralds.
Middle right.
Middle right.
Yeah.
Yep, I would say middle right on this one, yeah. While wearing this ring, you gain a 10-foot item bonus to your speed, but only when determining your overland movement per hour. It has a 3-action activate on it. You refresh yourself from fatigue. For 10 minutes, you can ignore the penalties from the fatigued condition. This does not remove the condition, it merely suppresses the penalties and drawbacks of having the condition. If something would cause you to become fatigued again, while the ring's power is in effect, the suppression ends, and you immediately take the penalties again. So there's that one. Then there's Stalwart's Ring. This fairly simple ring has no gemstone inlaid, but the band is cast to resemble a fanged wolf's head.
Bottom right.
Obvious.
Once per day during your daily preparations, you can meditate on this ring to grant yourself 5 temporary hit points. These last until your next daily preparation, as long as you're wearing the ring. And
So
finally,
just 5 temporary hit points. So once you are in a combat, they're gone.
it doesn't say. Just says 5 temporary hit points. But since you once per day during your daily preparations, so yeah, that'd be a 5 HP buffer that you basically lasts.
It doesn't up your max HP by 5 for the day. It just gives you 5 temporary hit points
For the day. They last for the day, but you can only...
But once they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, you can only get them once per day.
Okay.
The final one here is the Warrior's Training Ring. This ring is utilitarian in design, indicating its martial use. Its band is decorated only with a simple sharp-edged sculpture on the band's center. I think that must be bottom left.
No, it's upper right. It's the only one we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
While wearing this ring, you add your level to your attack rolls with all weapons which with you are untrained. It has a free action activate with a trigger. Once per day, you make an attack with a weapon in which you're untrained, and the effect is you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to the attack roll. If you are an expert in any weapon, you instead gain a +4 circumstance bonus on the attack roll. So that's pretty specifically for making attacks with weapons you're untrained in.
Yeah, most of these are pretty useless.
I mean, for the party, yeah.
I mean, by far the best one is the cantrips one for anybody.
Absolutely.
So I'll take, since I already have cantrips, I'll take the, I mean, I'd love that one, but I'd also take the one that gives you a +2 deception.
I was going to say, I think that one would be more useful for a wizard, because then they could prepare other cantrips that
Well,
are
yeah, that's what I was-
repertoire.
Right.
Well, it says you can up them, but it's like, what heightened is prestidigitation and detect magic have?
Detect magic actually is drastically different. So detect magic is pretty interesting. You send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. You can choose to ignore the magic you're fully aware of, such as magic items and ongoing spells, yada yada. You detect illusion magic only if that magic effect has a lower level than the level in your detect magic spell. However, items that have an illusion aura but aren't deceptive in appearance typically are detected normally. And the heightened version of that is at third heightened level. You learn the school of magic from the highest level effect within range from which the spell detects. And the heightened fourth is you pinpoint the source of the highest level magic. So there's no like 3-round focus anymore like there was in first edition. So you can heighten that. Prestidigitation doesn't have any heightened abilities with it.
What was the third cantrip?
I think it was Mage Hand.
Yeah, Mage Hand.
Oh, Mage Hand.
It was Mage Hand, and it basically allows you to pick up things,
and
heavier things.
Bulk.
Yeah.
So does that get better at higher level? Can you carry heavier things or something?
So, yeah, Mage Hand starts off with light bulk, and you can move it slowly up to 20 feet. Heightened third is you can target an unattended object with a bulk of 1. Heightened fifth increases the range to 60 feet. And heightened seventh, you can pick up a target bulk of 2 or less.
And third is like actually being able to cast third level spells, right?
Correct, yes.
Which we won't get to in this.
Nope. So the heightened bit doesn't really make any
heightened doesn't make any difference.
And here's the thing with these rings. These rings are supposed to be end of the adventure rewards.
Those are shit end of the adventure rewards.
And the price on each of them is 160 gold.
We need all 6 of them, Temley.
You know, different situations call for different rings.
Exactly.
Obviously.
In fact, I will. So I'm going to choose the blue one that gives me bonuses when haggling.
So Merchant's Guile.
I take the Merchant's Guile and I put it on, and I want to thank Temley profusely. I'm going to make a diplomacy check doing so.
You piece of shit.
And I roll a 20.
Oh, you stupid son of a
Yes, to get a 29.
bitch. God damn it.
And what are the bonuses I get with this ring again when haggling?
It gives you a +2 circumstance bonus.
So I get a 31 with a natural 20 on this diplomacy check with Temley. It's really important that we have all of these because we don't know what we're going to face. I mean, I know Bort was your friend. You know, we just want to avenge what has happened to him. We would really appreciate it. Temley, I would appreciate it if we could just have the whole box, and we'll take that and we'll figure it out and we'll use them to good effect.
Fine, you fucking pirates. Take all 6 rings. God, you guys suck.
And the teakwood box. Let's not forget the teakwood box.
Fine, you might as well take the fucking box. I'm not holding anything with them anymore anyways.
I had other
First
rings.
roll a fucking 20 on that. Oh, man. Yeah, take them all.
Yeah, I do so. Thank you.
Fucking assholes. God.
Like moment to moment, we're not always that great, but when it really counts, we shine.
Convincing the sculptor to attack its creation, pillaging 2 extra rings from the very nice caravan owner.
She has been very nice. I make sure to point that out in detail how nice she's been.
Oh, I'm sure you do. You want to give her a little slap and tickle while you're at it too?
I'm not sure she's into that. Let's not be too aggressive here. Let's not be chauvinistic. I don't want to overstep my bounds. I respect her as a person. So does anybody want any of these?
No.
Now, here's
Does
the
anybody
thing.
have a high dex at all?
I have
Yeah.
a 16.
I have a 16.
So the only thing I could think of is if someone wanted, one of you two wanted the ring that makes it so you can use weapons you're not trained in, you could take the alchemical items that you need to throw, which is dexterity based.
That's a good point.
That's thinking.
I suppose nobody is an expert in any weapon yet. That would
No.
probably be Daru if it were anybody. You haven't gotten expert in any weapons yet?
I think only fighter has expert in anything at this point, at level 3.
Yeah, that's a good point. So here's the interesting thing with rings too. You can invest up to 10 magical items, and these rings all have the invest trait on them, which means theoretically one of you could wear all 6 rings.
They don't have limits on
ring slots? Nope.
non-slots anymore.
You just get to invest 10 items. Doesn't matter which items you invest. They can all be rings. You can do one ring on each finger if you wanted to. So, not that it really matters a ton to you, but...
Hey, David, you want to wear 6 rings?
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Did anybody else want a ring? Hey, David, you get 6 rings.
Yes! I can put on all 6 of them.
I can't say that they're very good at all.
No.
After I get out of sight of Temley, I put them all on just to feel the power.
The magic flows through you. Oh man. They're all very situational rings.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not
They're also
really
super
very
situational.
I mean, plus 10 to your speed, but only for overland.
That would help if you were like, for example,
running away.
If you
Well,
were
no,
hustling
that's
or exploring and you had one slow character.
yeah. So I mean, like, it would actually be good for Varnak if we were doing a far distance, because he's by far the slowest.
What's your speed? 20?
20.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, like, in combat, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever.
True.
And that's when speed matters.
Right.
Most of the time.
So, I mean, would it maybe get us to Spite's Cradle a little bit faster if I put that ring on? I
Maybe
guess
a little bit faster.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But does it really make a difference?
I mean, not for us, no. For your characters, it might.
I prefer to let Plum wear 6 rings. What if he put them all on the bird?
Let's say
Ooh. Didn't think about that.
he's got two rings, one on each middle finger, and then 4 cock rings.
We're gonna have you guys prep to go to Spite's Cradle if you want to, prepare it all, buy anything.
Tamley goes into town, and one of the rings we've sold to, one of Bort's rings we've already sold to.
All 6? We just bought the feed mill.
We're gonna get into exploration mode a bit tonight. So I'm gonna have you guys figure out what your combined speed is. Who's the slowest, your method of travel, and if you're doing any sort of exploration activity, I need you to go ahead and look through it so you can decide what you think you might want to have people do, and keep in mind that you sometimes with some of these move slower, moving at half speed, like searching, for example. Is anybody an expert in survival?
Yep, I am.
I am pretty good at deceiving.
Like a good thing to do in a situation where you're following a map across the wilderness. Survival is obviously going to be something that you need to keep in mind. Follow the expert is a great exploration activity.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to follow the expert.
Yeah, there's nothing else that I feel like I would do.
You guys feeling good?
Yeah.
So give me a little bit about how you're traveling, order you're traveling in.
Well, I mean, I think it's
tactic. Let's make it official.
I think we got Varnak in lead.
Yeah, I guess Varnak would probably be doing the sense direction to be able to follow the map, which direction we need to go in.
Yeah, there's no official activity for that, from what I've seen. So I'm not going to make it go at half speed for you necessarily. For you, you'll be making a survival check when we start traveling to make sure that we follow the map. Also, who's following the expert for survival?
Plum for sure.
I don't see why we all wouldn't. There's nothing else for us to do, really, because we're not going to have anyone scout ahead.
Yeah. I don't feel like
Okay.
we need to be searching for anything or investigating anything. We're just traveling. And I
Okay.
don't feel like we really need to hustle either.
What's your speed then?
Anybody lower than 30?
Yeah, it's going to be 25.
Yeah, it's going to be 25.
Okay.
25? Okay. So it's about 20 miles travel to get to Spite's Cradle. And if you
Okay,
look at
that's
the table 9.2, that gets you 20 miles a day.
Oh, hey, Plum, I'm going to borrow your compass from you.
Have at it.
Oh, it's a skill exploration activity. Sense direction. Totally missed that.
Yeah, so if you look under survival, there's a whole thing about sense direction on 252.
You guys have anything that you want to gather for supplies before you go?
Did the mayor ever used to be a war? Like, was there anybody that used to be like a warrior in town? Or like used to fight?
You're looking
Probably.
for a shield?
Looking for my shield, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't mean the war, and then the mayor got a pretty good repertoire. He really likes me.
I think if you asked Delma, because she runs the general store. She's the one who has the most stuff.
Okay.
I'll give you a decent percentile on this.
Are you saying you'd like me to roll a percent?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a good percentage for it. Say there's 70% chance that there's a shield there. Something that's not in the greatest condition and will need to be repaired. So yeah, Delma does have a shield for you. Like I said, it's not in the greatest condition.
Does she know anyone that would be able to repair it?
Technically, Vorn could, because you're trained in crafting, correct?
He's even a wood crafter. Is
He's
it
a-
a wood
yeah.
or a steel shield?
You are a druid, though.
What kind of shield is it?
It is a steel shield.
Yeah, I won't touch it. I don't know.
How damaged is it? Is it damaged? So it's below half of its hit points?
It's not below half, no.
Alright, that's
It's a little
fine.
dinged up.
We'll take it. How much gold would she like? It's 2 gold.
2 gold?
Is the base price.
Yeah, she'll do 2 gold for it.
Okay, let's go onward, friends.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pick up some rations, make sure I have enough rations for, I'd say like a week's worth of rations. Not that we're going to be gone that long, but I'll have a week's worth of rations, and also make sure among those rations are included a week's worth of wine, which is probably going to be at least like 4 bottles, I'd say.
You got the bulk availability to handle that?
You know, I shouldn't, but I do. Like, I'm carrying almost nothing, and my bulk, like, but I can carry 4 bulk, and a bottle of wine is like a
Light.
a light. And so, like, in theory, I could carry 10 bottles of wine to be 1 bulk.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy, but you just make do. So yes, I'm carrying a week's worth of rations and let's say 4 bottles of wine,
All right, that works.
because I'm not carrying anything else. So I've got plenty of bulk remaining.
So we are mid-afternoon right now, and it's 8 hours worth of travel to get there. When do you want to leave?
Yeah,
Well-
I'd say let's leave tonight. Well, however long it's going to be. Let's say let's leave tonight, camp
rest,
halfway
like,
there,
yeah.
and then go the rest of the way. Or again, it's not tonight, but leave this afternoon, get half the way there, camp, and then go the rest of it the next day.
Well, yeah, you said it's like mid-afternoon.
Right now, it's about mid-afternoon. Yeah.
So I mean, if we left now, traveled for 4 hours, we'd only have 4 hours in the morning to go.
Yeah, that's what I think we should do. Let's do exactly that.
That way, we're not traveling all day long and then getting to wherever we're going.
Okay. Then you guys start your journey. It's a nice evening. But it almost seems to be like a cleaner, fresh scent in the air. It's almost like the blight isn't necessarily like healing right now, but it's not being fed. It doesn't smell so pungent. You're getting a good loamy, earthy smell. It's a nice night. After about 4 hours worth of travel, I want a survival check from Varnak, and everybody else is following the expert, right?
Yes, sir.
So
So
from,
I want
from
everybody to-
what I can tell, that's just them. They also make survival checks, then, right?
Correct. They just add their level as a proficiency bonus.
Well, they also get a +2 from me being an expert.
Yeah, yep.
So I get a +2 on this. Okay.
Well, it's your level and a +2, right?
So yeah, if you're untrained, it's your level as a proficiency.
All right. So I get +5 on this.
If you're trained in it, it's just the +2.
Plum gets a 14.
Barnett gets a 20.
And then Vorn, you doing that one as well?
I just add +2 to it, right?
Yeah, since you're already trained in it, I would assume.
You sure I don't get my level to it too?
Well, if you're trained in it, you already get your the regular proficiency bonus.
It's a bad
Okay.
roll.
So, like, I mean, you actually have a higher check than I do because of the +2. You just had a bad roll.
So you guys travel in. You get about 3 hours into the trip. Vorn, you see off in the distance above the treetops, in the air is a thin tendril of smoke that's rising from the forest. It's a couple miles ahead yet, though, like farther than what you would travel before the end of the night. Plum, you see on the trees, there's some trees that have deep gash marks in them, about 6 feet up.
Okay.
Daru, you see some large indents in the ground that look like they're probably things that have been dug up, but by large clawed hands. I don't know if hands is the right word. Paws, maybe? Talons? Talons. They look more like talons, like digging up the earth in certain spots.
That's
I
gross,
mention what I see to anybody that didn't see it or
Yeah, I
point
do
it out
the
to
same.
everybody.
I point out the smoke.
Can we do like a nature check to see if we can tell what would have caused these?
Go ahead.
It's gonna be fucking bears again.
Varnak gets a 15 on his nature check.
Born gets a 14.
Plum gets a 1. Well,
Plum,
7.
Plum doesn't even want to say what he got.
Again, I feel like I failed every nature check, and I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
Plum is great at sea nature, not good at land nature.
You really do really badly on your nature
I
checks.
feel like I've
which is-
failed every single one of them,
Which is funny.
and I've got a +6. It's not bad.
So, Varnak, Varnak and Vorn think that it might be a bear, but it's either the biggest fucking bear you've ever seen,
Or a custom creature created by time.
or it's something else.
It's a Wendigo!
It's a giant bear or nothing.
Is it a bearman pig?
Bearman pig, for sure.
Bear man pig.
Man, bear, pig.
Man bear pig, sorry.
He's half man, half bear, half pig.
You're a towel.
Bear first.
So you guys are about 3 hours into your travel.
So what time of day is it?
Dusk at this point.
So to get there, we'd have to push into darkness.
Get where?
Halfway.
The smoke.
The smoke is about, if you keep traveling, you'll end up getting to a good spot just before nightfall. The smoke looks like it's beyond where that would be. Seems like it's a couple miles away.
Do we want to keep heading toward it, or do we want to camp before it?
Is it like did you say it was a heavy smoke or just like a...
Seems like a thin tin, almost like campfire smoke maybe. Give me another perception check, Varnak.
If we ever gave perception checks.
Oh, sorry, I did those secretly.
Oh, do you want this one secret too?
No, you can go ahead and roll it.
I get a 26.
It looks like a campfire, except for it seems to be moving locations. Like, not suddenly, like, popping up in one location over another, but, like, it's the smoke trail is, like, moving. Whatever its source is, it's moving.
It's a new creature. It's a wandering
So
campfire.
it's something large that's on fire. Might be another one of those fire creatures.
Let's befriend it.
I like the idea of a wandering campfire that just soothes weary travelers better. That sounds like the most Desna-y creature ever.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Or it acts like it's a campfire until you fall asleep and then it attacks
It's a goddamn mimic.
It's a mimic fire.
Wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yep. Hides in plain sight.
I mean, there's a creature in 1E called Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
Oh, really?
Oh, and it's horrifying.
I don't remember that.
It's basically a forest mimic, except for it uses like cute and cuddly creatures on stumps to get you to come closer,
Oh, that's fantastic.
and then it just devours you.
I love it.
Yeah, I thought.
I'm now sad I never ran into one of those.
Oh, that's such a cool creature. I can't believe. Well, it's never been written in any module I've done, so I guess I haven't done homebrew in so long. So, what does the party want to do for the evening?
So
Like I
we're
said, you're about
already
3 hours in.
we're already seeing claw marks on the trees,
Yes.
and the campfire seems to be moving
Yes.
in any specific direction, towards us, away from us.
No, I wouldn't call it meandering necessarily, but it's moving back and forth in a centralized area.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet and got her ass devoured. A wolf in sheep's clothing, so full of loathing, is really quite overpowered. It took me that long to think of that.
That was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good.
I assumed you Googled it or something.
That's what I thought you
it's
did.
Pretty good. I say we move towards it, but if we can kind of tell it's staying in a certain area, I don't think we want to get into it while it's dark out.
I mean, yeah, if it's moving around, I do not want to get in a fight with a fire monster thing, because Plum would think your speculation that it's another on-fire animal is probably pretty good.
How long do you guys observe the tendril of smoke?
5 minutes as we discuss what we want to do.
And then obviously we're going to keep an eye on it as we continue to move on.
So you guys do move on?
Are we moving on toward the fire or not toward the fire?
Well, I mean, it's between...
Yeah, so I think it's
You and
on the
where you're
way.
All right. Do you want to figure out how far it would be to travel around it? Can you give me a nature check?
Nah. Let's head towards it.
Okay, so you guys have 1 hour's left of planned travel. So you move forward, you move towards it.
Yes.
It looked like it might have been like 3 or 4 miles away.
At that time, before we started continued moving.
Yeah,
So it's an hour and a half or so of travel to get there.
To get to the smoke.
The
Yeah.
smoke.
I think maybe as we get close to it, should a stealthy person sneak up towards it and check it out?
Did anybody
I don't know that we have a stealthy person.
I am. Plum is.
What do you have?
Yes, but does Plum want to?
My stealth is +8. Plum doesn't want to get eaten by a goddamn fire creature.
A stealth.
Vorn, you're gonna stealth. Are you trained in it?
I am.
He is. He just made his
Okay.
roll.
Yeah, I rolled. I got a 26.
Okay.
Your stealth
So you're
is supposed
kind
to be
of-
secret.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to think of like an exploration activity wide. I would say this would be scout, or maybe avoid notice.
Avoid notice.
But you're going ahead, so you move about half speed.
So how far away do we want to stop? Like a mile away? And let
Yeah,
or
I'd
like
say
a
like-
half a mile?
I said like half a mile.
Then send him ahead?
I don't want to be that separated from you guys.
Okay.
Is Plum coming with me?
Sure, I'll come with you.
Send
That
the
way-
casters. There you go. See ya.
That way you can distract it as I run away.
That works. Yeah.
I borrow the ring. I take my ring back from Varnak. Varnak, I'm taking the ring back temporarily. You can have it back tomorrow.
Oh, the one that makes you be able to move faster?
Yes.
Over land?
I want all 6 of my rings right now. And I make my stealth check.
I think you're supposed to invest it at the beginning of the day. I could be wrong.
Oh, you're probably right. Hold on, I only get a 17, but let me quick see if any of those rings help me. I don't remember what they all do. No. All right, I get a 17.
This process of investing an item requires one or more interact actions.
Oh, that's easy.
Usually, once you've invested the item, the benefit is constant as long as you meet other requirements. It just says you can't invest any more than 10 items per day. So yeah, you can totally do this on the fly.
Perfect. I do.
Sweet. I like that. I'm glad you don't have to do it at the beginning of the day. So as you guys get closer to it, I would assume that, Varnak, are you staying while these two are sneaking ahead, or are you, like, following at half speed behind them?
Well, I mean, they're already moving half speed, so...
Yeah, I mean, you
Is
could let them
avoiding-
go ahead and then follow them, or are you just going to stay where you're at? Let them scout and then return.
I don't know. What do you think, Daru? How far? I don't know if I want them to be that far away from us.
I would say you guys should follow us at a distance of like 100 yards.
Let's use the parrot.
Oh my god, why didn't I think of that? Motherfucker.
Hero point for Spencer.
I quick put my hand on Vorn's shoulder and I say, wait, I'll just have Roxy go check it out. And I inform Roxy,
I'm a goddamn genius.
fly up because she can fly a mile. She can send empathetic links to me within a mile. And so that's what I have her do. I have her go fly and scout it out.
I wonder how, like, precise.
Emojis. Remember, emojis.
Oh, that's right, emojis. Okay.
And eggplant.
Oh, I gotta think
Smiling
this one through.
pile of poo.
I don't use emojis enough to know what they all are, so
If I get back like a fire and a cat face, I'm out of here.
So the empathetic link lasts a mile.
It's a mile.
I wonder how good parrots' ears are, or eyes are.
Probably pretty good. Don't most birds have pretty good sight?
I would imagine so. I mean, parrots aren't birds of prey, are they?
No.
I didn't think so. So Roxy flies up.
By the way, in case anybody's wondering, we are currently in our own group chat sending massive amounts of emojis to each other. That is what's happening right now.
So Roxy gets up and she flies ahead because of the tree cover. She can't really get close enough to it and stay within the empathetic link's range. So, but she's gonna fly out and she leaves the empathetic link range. A few minutes pass. She returns and she sends you a fire emoji and a bear emoji.
Okay, I let everybody know that Roxy believes there's a fire bear ahead of us.
Called it.
So we gonna go deal with that shit now?
Well, I mean, I guess one benefit of it being a fire bear is there should be plenty of light.
Does a bear burn in the woods?
Can I be friends with it?
Yes,
Let's
go
go
try to
find
pet
out.
it.
As you've been moving, Varnak, while you're paying more attention to the smoke than anything else, whereas Plum and Vorn are focusing on sneaking, Daru and Varnak, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Yeah, 28 perception.
So it is, in fact, traveling farther away from where it originally was centralized. It's traveling north, which is away from you. You're traveling west, and it's going north.
And how far away from it are we right now?
Probably about a mile and a half now.
So, I mean, we're looking at a half hour, probably an hour before we could even catch up to it if it kept going in that direction. And we were trying to, like, cut it off. But because we're already, an hour into dusk, it's pretty dark at this point.
It's starting to get dark.
This thing is super easy to spot, so maybe what we should do is find a place to camp and then just keep watch. And if it starts moving towards us, rouse everybody and prepare.
I would agree with that.
Vorn, while you're sneaking around, you find something on the forest floor.
Is it bear poop that's on fire?
A flaming pile of poo.
Flaming pile of shit. No, it's a feather, but it's not like a Roxy-sized feather. It's a big feather. It's like maybe 2 feet long.
What color?
Kind of a brown.
So instead of Roxy,
with
it's
some
just a
white
rock.
tips.
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah.
21.
That is absolutely an owl feather, except for it's huge.
Wait, did you say huge?
Oh god.
Huge, like
is
big.
it a flaming
in-
owl bear?
Medium, large, huge?
No. I mean, I'm talking like the
there a
feather is proportionally large, not size categories. Thank you for for that.
I'm afraid of giant birds, man.
No, I think Varnak hit it on the head. It's an owl bear.
I'd be worried about a flaming owl bear.
Born, what do you want to know about owl bears?
Everything?
You got a pretty good check.
What will you tell me?
Want to know what you want to know about it?
Guys, what do I want to know?
I'll give you
What's
3
it?
pieces of information.
Okay, number
From-
one, what's its CR?
No numbers. No numbers. Role play information.
I know.
I will deliver to you in a role play fashion. You CR, you cocksucker.
How do I tame one?
They're very ferocious creatures. Taming one would be exceedingly difficult. Owlbears are dangerous territorial predators.
I was gonna say, like, are they, like, if they're evil or not, or if there's like a neutral, or
It's a chaotic creature.
I accept the
Normally.
challenge. I accept the challenge. I'm taming it. What do you guys want to know?
What are its weaknesses and its strengths?
I mean, I feel like that's going to be off because it's fire.
That's a fair point.
we also don't know for sure that these two things are related.
Tyler, are you going to tell me about owlbears or flaming owlbears if we ask for weaknesses?
I'm going to tell you about owlbears. Flaming owlbears aren't really generally found in nature naturally.
Check.
Naturally.
Nature naturally. So
Anyways,
Yeah, we'll go weaknesses or resistances.
they don't necessarily have any direct weaknesses, but they're powerful creatures. They're very strong. They're large. Anything non-stat block related you want to know about?
are they solitary, or do they like move in groups?
Most owlbears live solitary lives, gathering only to mate or to raise cubs, which are hatched from eggs.
So really, owlbears are just big cuddly platypuses. Platypi.
I suppose, yeah. Not included in the nature, though, but the prevailing myth of the origin of the owlbear was a wizard was trying to create a more dangerous predator and ended up falling prey to his first creation of it.
Sounds about right. Honestly, I don't feel like I need to know anything else. Does it bleed?
They do,
Because-
generally.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
What does it eat?
Humans.
Meat.
Fuck, I'm just a tasty little snack. I'm
Can
like a
it
Twinkie.
fly?
Can
at
it
all?
fly?
Yes.
No, they cannot fly. They're too heavy for that.
They
I
can
really wish,
try.
really wish it could. Can we make it fly?
I mean, with the fly spell, sure.
Yeah, I don't have that.
You could construct a catapult from the trees around you.
Then maybe it could fall with style.
What kind
There
of
you go.
skill check does that take?
Crafting. Is that what
I'm
you were
gonna craft a catapult.
That was a joke. We'll go into downtime mode now.
He is a woodcrafter, right?
No, it would take you days.
Yeah.
Days.
That's all right. It sieges his attention.
You might be able to make a rudimentary one in a day. We're going with no.
No.
Going with no. No catapult. We probably can cross out trebuchet then too.
A superior catapult.
I'm gonna give you something because I feel like this is part of a 21 knowledge check. Even though I asked you if you want to know three things, I'll probably have to stop doing that. They are territorial predators. Their territory usually extends to around 5 miles from its lair. However, clear signs of its habitat appear within 1 mile.
Yeah, we in the wrong spot, boys.
Are there any scratched up trees here?
Yes, there are.
So we must be near the center. If there was scratched up trees a mile or a half hour ago, and there's scratched up trees here, we must be pretty close to.
Yeah, we're definitely in its territory. Again, I say what we should do is just sit down to rest and keep a vigil eye on that cloud of smoke. And if it comes towards us, prepare.
Is it coming towards you right now?
No, you said it was moving north while we were moving west.
I don't know, maybe you should look again.
Oh, I look again.
Perception check.
It's gonna happen eventually. I get an 11.
Vorn, the smoke is coming towards you.
Wonderful.
It's coming towards you quickly.
Hey guys, I think it's coming.
Prepare.
Our new friend is coming.
I think it caught our scent.
I position myself a few dozen feet behind my friends.
I climb a tree.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
probably gonna take it maybe about a half an hour to get to you.
Okay, how can we prepare? Anybody have anything they can set up to be ready for?
We need to look up those trap rules.
I think you need some sort of snare crafting kit.
Whereas for like every other skill, so that makes sense.
Well, but those usually only give you like a +2 or something like that.
You guys are on the southern edge of this map.
Yeah, so snare crafting is a ranger feat.
It's a ranger feat specifically? Okay, so then that's...
And prerequisites trained in crafting.
Did I not tell you I took a level in Ranger?
Oh, you did take a level in ranger. That's right.
Yep.
So go ahead and you guys position yourselves on the map wherever you want it to be.
Wait, no, it's not a ranger feat, it's just a regular feat.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Is it
I
coming
thought-
from the east? Is this thing coming from the east?
It's going to be coming from the north.
From the north. So I'll position myself where I want to be.
What kind of feat is that?
It's called snare crafting, page 266. Then on 589, they've got a bunch of snare examples. You must have the snare crafting feat to create snares. But what about like creating a pit trap? I just want to make a pit trap.
Think you can dig a pit in half an hour?
I'm strong.
There's 4 of us.
Yeah, so which way is the bear coming from?
North.
The owl.
From the north?
Dude, I was just in Winter Spring murdering these fuckers. I can take one out. How tall up are these hovels?
The trees? Oh, you mean the hills here. So there's just little foothills. Say they probably raise up about 10 feet.
How hard is it to go up and down one?
It would require a climb check because of loose dirt.
How about a jump check?
Some stones. You want to jump up there, boss?
I'm a fucking master jumper. I got a whole
Let's see
feat
it.
for it.
I would actually think the casters would like to sit up there, give them a little bit of cover from the bear. It'd have to take a little bit more work to get up there.
27 jump check.
Who wants to be big for the fight? I took in large.
Dude, I'll be big.
Like a minute before it shows up, I'm making Daru big. Last 5 minutes.
So there's be a buff you get off before combat, essentially.
Yeah, so I don't have to waste my first round doing it.
For sure. Yeah, we can make that happen. So Vor knows what he's doing. Is it a touch or...
No, it's range 30 feet.
Okay, so it's a range 30 feet, so you can do it without being close. So yeah, you could just run that as soon as it comes, within sight or however you want to trigger that.
Works.
Can I set up a spell to be triggered when I see it as well? Or
Yeah.
when it gets close?
Yeah.
I would love to power up Flaming Sphere and basically be ready to cast that. Oh, wait, it's on fire. It's probably... Does Flaming Spear count as one? Hold on. I need to do more
I
research.
thought your elementals things turned into water.
It's only the ones that are listed as like certain spells in my class. I'll check it.
It's probably spells from his, that are given to you from your bloodline.
From your bloodline. That's right. Yeah, I was wrong about that when I initially said it during character creation.
I'm making an athletics check to climb this tree.
Okay.
So, I gotta say, you can heighten enlarge as a 6th level spell. You can make 10 people huge.
Jesus.
10
That's insane.
people?
10 people. 10 creatures. I'm sorry. You can target up to 10 creatures, and the level, or the 4th level heightened is you move into huge.
You don't need a separate enlarge animal spell anymore. That's fucking amazing. It's just creatures.
Yep, it just says 10 creatures.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
All right, Daru, or Plum, that's where you're hanging out.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to be. So yeah, instead of the flaming sphere, which I'm now realizing, Plum is now realizing is probably not going to do anything against this owlbear, I am instead, about when Vorn casts his enlarge on Daru, I'm going to hit both Varnak and Daru with resist energy fire.
Okay. You got a game plan for everybody. Let's overview real quick. Plum is casting resist energy on Daru and
Varnak, which gives you 5 fire resistance.
Got it. And then we've got Varnak. What are you doing? You climbed the tree?
Yep, I'm hiding in the tree.
Okay. You are actively hiding. So you're going to give me a stealth check when we do initiative.
I don't want to give a stealth check. I want to give a perception check.
You can choose.
Can you choose?
Yeah, I'll let you choose, I guess. Daru's just sitting out front getting enlarged, right?
I'm assuming he's jumping in place. That's why
What
he's
about
rolling all
push-ups?
these athletic checks.
Yeah, I'm just doing some push-ups.
Just doing push-ups, getting ready.
Actually, gosh, if you're going to be up in the tree, Varnak, I think I'm only going to cast the resist on...
Do you have to touch me? I mean, I'm jumping down. I'm just kind of.
Oh, you are gonna...
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in melee. I'm a melee character.
Oh, okay, then I will... Yes, because I do have to touch you, so I'll cast on you too. But it's 10 minutes, so we'll be okay.
You can do that easily ahead of time. Okay. Daru's doing push-ups. Vorn, you've got your enlarge that you're putting off. All right, so everybody's ready.
Cue a half-hour conversation about whether weapon damage increases with the enlarge spell. We determined that it did not.
Wow. I could probably fill a half an hour doing rules, look up shit. Should do that at some point. Bonus content. Anyways,
I'm sure people would love to listen to that.
there's a big
people would.
owlbear coming through the forest. And it's on fire. It doesn't seem to be affecting it. Its fur and its feathers are not singed, but it looks ferocious. And I want everybody to roll initiative.
Let's go.
Ooh, I get a 22.
Varnak gets a 29 as initiative.
22.
15.
So we're going to the top of round 1 of the fiery owlbear. I named it the alchemical owlbear. And he's running at you from the distance. And we're going to start initiative with it about 80 feet away. So Varnak, you start.
Yeah, I'm kind of deciding that being in this tree is kind of worthless. I'm going to jump down out of the tree, move over here, move a little to the left of Daru.
Right at the base of that foothill.
Yeah, and I'm assuming, see the flaming bear.
From there, yeah.
I'm going to make it my hunter's prey. And that'll be my turn.
Daru.
Stand ground, raise shield.
All right, Daru, prepare.
And maybe do
Daru.
like a type of a taunt, like slamming my warhammer up against it.
We're going to go down to Plum then. Plum,
you
you can
say
see
I-
the flames
Yeah.
because the foothill is in between you and it. I know you're on top of one of the foothills, but you can see the flames because it's still directly in the way.
So I do not have line of sight on it.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, since Daru's over there, I definitely want to be where I can get a line of sight on it. So I think I'm going to move... If I move to there, would I have line of sight on it? If I move to my west a little bit? Or not because of that tree?
Partial cover behind that tree it would have.
Partial cover? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with partial cover, I'll at least spend a cantrip, 2 actions, to cast a ray of frost at it with a range of 120 feet. So
I have
here
to be
we go.
specific here.
Yep.
It is lesser cover.
Okay. Well, I roll a 19 and get a total of 28. So is that going to hit it even with the lesser cover?
Even with the lesser cover, that will hit it, yes.
Fantastic. So I will deal it 1d4 plus 4 frost damage. I roll max. That's 8 frost damage right to the owlbear.
All right, so it is actually week 5 to cold. So you're going to see it kind of on its coat, and it does a little extra damage to him.
I am done. That is my turn.
Then after that, it is its turn. It kind of rears back and it roars and it starts sprinting towards you guys. It does this very fast advance, and he's going to get right up in Daru's grill. While he's doing that, he shrieks. It's just this absolutely blood-curdling screech that it lets out. And I need everybody to give me a will save.
Does that have a range on it at all? Or
Yeah,
just-
even those who are 65 feet away.
It does, and you're still in the emanation.
You say will save?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I think I'm going to use my hero point. I got a 13. I'm going to re-roll that shit because I only
Okay.
rolled a 5. So there goes my hero point. Ugh, I get a 17.
Varnak gets a 28.
Daru
17.
and Vorn.
16.
Okay, so Plum, Daru, actually just everybody but Varnak is frightened 2.
8. Uno momento, please.
What are we waiting for?
I'm going to
You might have a
use my
reaction.
reaction for Divine Grace, giving myself a +2.
Which would put you to 19.
Yeah,
That still isn't enough.
that sucks. Now I can't use my shield.
Take a status penalty equal to the value to all checks and DCs. At the end of each of your turns, the value decreases by 1.
It is also going to give Varnak the frightened 1 condition. And it swings a talon. No, it uses its beak to try to gouge through your defenses. It gets a 16 to hit.
That'd be a miss.
You get a -2 to your AC because of frightened.
That's true.
And a -1 from Clumsy.
Shit.
Still does not hit me. I have a 20.
Still doesn't hit.
So I have 19. I got my shield up, so
Fuck yeah, Daru.
Nice.
2 extra.
Well done. Then that is the Owlbear's turn. It is now Vorn Storm's turn.
So it's within 60 feet of me, right? I was counting
Kind
that
of a
out
pain
when
in the
I'm
ass.
elevated.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I am going to use Tempest Surge, and I'll do as a 3 action spell so I can do it at a reach.
Is that spell attack roll, right?
Yeah, and no, he just rolls a reflex save. But I just wanted to double check him within 60 feet because I'm elevated.
Let's see, you're about 10 feet up. They're huge. If anything, you're close to like the top of the dirt. The foothill here would be like head level with it, or getting close to it.
Okay.
So yeah, you're fine.
I can only imagine this giant owlbear facing off with a giant Daru and the rest of us just feeling like ants.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Well, it's almost a critical success.
It's saved against you. Oh god, and I rolled a 19. That's why.
Yeah.
So it gets a 26 to save. Is that a critical success or just a regular success?
Regular, the DC 17, it says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's close. Should only take half damage. I rolled a 2 on the damage die.
So
Oh, that
it's
sucks.
up 1 damage.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Then after Vorn, it is Varnak's turn.
Okay. Varnak is going to move to there with his first move action,
Where are you moving to?
just southwest of the owlbear.
So kind of in between, but off to the side of Daru and the bear.
Pretty much.
Got it.
Mostly because that's all the farther I can move in a single movement. And then I will attack it with my battle axe. With the first swing. I'll get a 24 to hit.
24 does hit.
Nice.
I will deal it 9 damage.
All right.
Then I will use my twin takedown with my third action.
So good.
We'll get an 18 to hit.
18 will miss.
Dang, it's gotta have some crazy AC. And then we will go with my third attack with the light hammer, or the second half of my twin attack. It's a 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Dang, you're rolling
Some
well.
nice rolls. 8 damage. Wow. Some nice rolls in there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You crack into its knee with your light hammer.
Probably really pissed it off.
Then after Varnak, it's Daru's turn.
Well, I'll just start beating this thing. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Add my +2 modifier for some damage here. 7 damage.
All right.
We'll attempt another swing. And it's a 13, which I would
13
say
will
is a
miss.
miss. And then we'll raise shield once again and be done.
Then after Daru, it is Plum's turn.
Okay. So I am going to use my final level 3 spell for the day. I used my first 2 casting resist energy on our 2 melee guys. And I am going to... No, actually I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to use my big spell because I've got that Frighten 2 and I don't want to waste it while I'm down. So I'm just going to actually cast another Ray of Frost, considering he's weak to it anyway.
Okay.
With the -2 from Frightened on my spell attack. And I will get a 15 to hit.
15 will miss.
And that will be... I'm not going to take anything for my third action. I'm just going to call that good and drop to Frightened 1.
All right. After that is the owlbear's turn. The first thing that the flaming owlbear does is he's going to make a beak attack against Daru. He's going to get a 20 to hit. You're Frightened 1 and Clumsy 1. So you should be at whatever your raised shield AC is, -2.
Yeah, that would be 20 then.
That would be 20 then?
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to deal you some damage.
I'll choose the shield block option.
Shield block. So it would have dealt 14 damage.
Okay, so the shield will take 7 away from its hardness, and it will both take 7 damage.
The next thing it's going to do is it's going to make a talon attack against Varnak. It's going to get a 13 to hit.
That is a miss.
It is a miss. It's going to use its third action to do its second talon against Varnak. And is going to get a 12 to hit, which misses.
It's also a miss.
All right. Then after the owlbear, it is Vorn's turn.
It's going well so far. I don't like it. That means it's going to go bad soon.
Tempest Surge. Hey, how long am I frightened for?
This would be the last round.
Yeah, I reduced it by 1 at the end of your last round, and at the end of this one, it will be reduced once more to go away.
I cast Tempest Surge. It looks like he failed.
So roll the 9 against. What's the save that we're doing?
What?
Make a reflex save, right?
Correct.
Okay, and it gets a 9.
Yep.
Your DC is 18, so it's not a critical failure, but it's a failure.
And I do 8 damage, and it is now Clumsy 2.
8
for
damage
for 1 round.
All right.
And does that put the persistent damage on it too?
Correct. He is 1 electricity persistent damage.
1 persistent electricity. Got it. And that was 2 actions. Anything with your third action? That was all 3?
It's all 3 because of reach.
Oh, that's right. Okay, got it. All right, then after Vorn, it is Varnak's turn.
Okay, well, we will just start swinging at him. We'll do a standard battle axe attack. We will only get an 18 to hit.
18 will miss.
And then I will use Twin Takedown. Start with the battle axe. Maybe a 17. Yeah, my swings are not as good right now.
No.
And then second half of that will be critical miss. I only rolled an 8 on that one.
Good thing critical miss doesn't do anything on a strike.
Correct.
All right.
Then my third action. I know it's a long shot, but we're gonna take another swing with the battle axe.
Long shot away.
And that is essentially this you never go more negative than the third attack.
Yep.
So this will be at his third attack penalty. We get a 19 to hit.
19 misses as well.
Even with his -2 for being clumsy.
Does clumsy affect?
Oh,
yeah, it does.
you're right.
AC, yeah.
You're right, because it's 1 round. So then would it be on your turn, Vorn, that it goes away?
Correct.
So then, yeah, it is still clumsy. And yeah, I guess a 19 would in fact hit.
Oh, so close with a couple of those other swings. Okay, well, we will deal him 10 damage. That's why you still swing for the fences, boys.
Then after Varnak, it is Daru's turn.
I'm gonna murder this child. First attack, I'm going to use an action point.
Oh?
Yeah.
All right.
23 to hit.
Spent it well. All right. Go ahead and do your damage.
12.
12
Nice.
damage.
We'll try second attack. 9.
9 misses.
We'll raise the shield.
All right. Frightened condition goes away. And it is Plum's turn now.
All right. Well, I've got a -1 to hit still with Frightened, but he's got a -2, so I'm still up. So I am going to launch my full arsenal. And we will start with Acid Arrow, my level 3 spell. With a spell attack to hit, I've got my -1 put in there. And I only roll a 3. So an 11.
You get a level 3 spell?
Yeah, I have a level 3, or excuse me, level 2 spell. Level 2
Oh,
spell.
there you go.
It's a level 2 spell that he got at level 3.
Yeah.
Yes. My brain was confused. But I only get an 11 to hit, which means a miss. For fuck's sake.
Did you already use your action point?
I used my hero point on that will save because I thought it was going to be way worse than just like silly frightened. But what I will do is use my one action to cast my elemental toss, which is a single action attack, spell attack. And on this one, I get a 15 to hit, which is also going to be a miss. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Then after Plum, the owlbear is going to use 2 actions, and it's going to kind of raise its arms up into the air, and then it's going to do the Goku maneuver, and he's just going to burst fire outward from his body, and it's going to catch Varnak and Daru in its radius.
Is it an attack or a reflex save? Or
That's a reflex save.
23 for Varnak.
Varnak with a 23 will succeed. Daru with a 20 will fail.
Fuck that.
So this is
Story of a girl.
4d4 fire damage. You guys have resistance to that, right?
You have resistance 5, so
Those
take 5
look
of it
like
away.
D6s.
What did I say?
You said 4d4.
Sorry, I meant to say d6.
Okay.
That's fine.
So yes,
Right.
the damage is 4d6. So, but I got a 17. After your guys' resistance, that goes down to 12, correct?
Well, does it half first, or does it...
Yeah, the save would go through first, I would think.
Save would
before
go
the
through first.
Resist, yeah.
Oh, so for Varnak. So
For Varnak.
it would be
It's at 8, and then minus 5.
so 3 damage.
3 damage.
So Varnak takes 3 damage, and Daru takes 12.
Yep.
And with its third action, it's going to beak attack Daru. Gets a 31 to hit.
Oy.
Is that a critical hit?
Yeah, my defense is 21, so yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry, I wasn't sure if it was taking into account the shield or not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But I will
So,
shield block and destroy another shield.
destroy another shield. It's going to deal you 22 damage.
Okay, so I'll take 7 from myself and my shield. Shield does go to damaged, and I'll gain.
How much damage do you actually take after the shield block reaction?
It'd be whatever the hardness mine is, so I take 15 damage.
15. It digs its beak deep into your enlarged shoulder, tears a chunk out.
Daru! Remember, we each are carrying
Okay.
a healing potion.
Yeah, I'm also a fucking paladin. Sorry, a redeemer champion.
Then it's going to go to Vorn's turn.
So Vorn, first off, I fucked up on my last turn because technically my Tempest Surge should have been heightened automatically. It would have been another D12 of damage and +1 to the persistent damage he takes.
So it should have been 2d12 and 2 persistent damage?
Correct.
Okay.
Which
Don't
have you
forget the
been taking
persistent
the
damage.
persistent damage?
This would have been the first turn of it.
Nope,
This
so
would have been the first turn of it.
so
That's okay,
let's do
since your turn's
persistent
right after
damage.
it, that works perfectly. So at the end of its turn, it takes the 2 electric persistent damage.
Okay.
Can I still get rid of it with a 15 or higher?
Yes.
Okay, so it got rid of the persistent damage with a 15.
Fuck.
Motherfucker.
Will you let me roll that other D12?
No.
Even though I did it twice and rolled a D12 each time?
Yeah, no.
God damn. Okay, well, I'm going to do a ranged heal. The heightened level 2 heal. I don't know the best way to say that. Heal. Level 2 heal at 2 actions for the reach. The third action for reach.
So you couldn't do a level 2 heal?
I don't know what the fuck to say it. Yes, I'm doing a heightened heal. But I'm doing the 2 action version, then using my third action to increase the reach.
Got it.
That makes sense?
Yes. So 2 actions to cast the 2 action heal spell, the heightened version of it, and a third action to reach it.
Can I hero
Damn.
point my D8 rolls? Because I just rolled 2 ones.
Jesus.
I think in hero points it says you can only do d20s.
That's
Hey,
fucking
it's still a good
terrible.
heal.
However, it's still 18 hit points back.
It's 2 ones.
Yeah,
That's
that's
minimum. It is minimum.
Got the good old snake eyes there.
Jesus. It's my only level 2 heal, too. 5 level 2 spells.
And that's going to bring us back up to the top of round 4, and it's Varnak's turn.
Okay. Varnak is going to use his first action to flank it, making the creature flat-footed. So we will then do second action is going to be a normal battle axe strike. I'm going to get a 19.
19. Why does that hit?
Because he's fucking.
Flat-footed,
it's
minus
flat-footed.
2.
Oh, yep. Sorry, you're right. 19 does hit. That was right on.
It's a good thing I flanked him then.
Yes, it is.
And we're gonna 8. We're gonna deal him 12 damage.
12 damage kills the flaming owlbear.
Oh,
Sweet.
shit.
After taking hit after hit, ice spell, battle axes, warhammers to the chest, the owlbear finally falls to its knees and collapses.
Thanks for joining us here at the MNmaxed Podcast. We want to encourage you to follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, at MNmaxed. That's MNmaxed as always. Many of the sounds you hear in the MNmaxed Podcast are provided by Sirenscape. Check them out at Sirenscape.com. Join us again next week as we continue our adventures into the Fall of Plaguestone and Pathfinder Second Edition. Until then, we hope you have many great adventures of your own.
It's your turn.